Call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
I approve the agenda.
You move to approve the
I move
agenda.
to approve the agenda.
Second.
Been moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next is the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I second it.
Been moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Is there anybody from the public like to speak to something that's not on the agenda? Seeing none. New business, electrical agreement for metering point. Russ.
Yes, so this is the metering point. We have to actually move our metering point where we're currently, where the electric is coming in from the South Ottawa Exchange, as well as from the Gardner feed. This is part of the substation. We have to move the metering point, otherwise we would have two metering points and it would be a redundancy in roughly the same location. And this is just, overall, this is just part of the overall substation work that's going to be transpiring.
Anybody from the public like to speak to this agenda item? Seeing none. Council discussion? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve for the electrical agreement for the metering point.
I move to have the delivery point facilities agreement approved.
I second it.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next agenda item is the crosswalk project on US 56. Jason.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Jason Hoskinson, engineer with BG Consultants. And yeah, I'm going to visit just real briefly about the 56 pedestrian crossing improvement project. I believe the plans and this estimate were included in your packet for tonight. The project generally includes upgrade of the 8th Street crossing of the highway, or the crossing of the highway at 8th Street, excuse me, making it a little, providing some safety enhancements there, improving the accessibility in the intersection itself. And then also at Santa Fe Drive, going out to Heritage Edition with a sidewalk on the north side of 56 all the way down to High Street and then connecting into Heritage number 2 that was just built. So really improving the pedestrian connections around the community. The project was funded in 2024 through KDOT's cost share program at about I think it was like 418,000 was the total project cost, with 282,000 of that coming from KDOT. We're pretty much right at that same number. We had it mostly designed in 2024, been working through agency approvals in 2025. It's taken a little while to get here, but we're essentially there, ready to take the next steps and go bid the project and bring bids back to the council, award, and go to construction if that's the way you want to go. Could I have you bump back to that estimate real quick?
Jason, just while she's doing that, on this project, there's a crosswalk at Santa Fe on 56 as well, correct?
Santa Fe, yeah.
To cross 56 highway.
Correct, yes. Yeah, towards the bottom there. Right now we're anticipating construction based on bid averages around 355,000. Hopefully we get some competitive bids that comes in a little under that. Construction engineering has already been contracted for us to be involved and administer the project through construction, bringing your construction phase total, which would be the balance of what needs to be spent moving forward, to 390,000 is what we're budgeting right now or anticipating. The way the cost share program works is the city fronts the money and pays the whole project up front. When it's complete, then you request reimbursement from the state, and then they'll send you. Right now, we're anticipating that'd be $282,000. If the construction bids come in really, really cheap, there is a point where it goes into a cost split, an 85-15 cost split, where state only pays 85% of that. But right now, we're a little over the maximum, so we're trying to max out the dollars from the state coming back to the community. That's the highlights that I've got here tonight. Like I said, the next step is if the council directs, we would take this to bid or advertise this to bids and bring bids back probably in December based on where we're at right now with schedules. So, any questions?
There's going to be a sidewalk between Heritage and Santa Fe Drive.
Correct.
How wide is that going to be?
It'll be a 5-foot wide sidewalk.
And explain to me also the crosswalk at Santa Fe Drive.
Sure.
Is it just going to be marked?
No, if well, it will be a marked crosswalk, but if we can go to page maybe 6, I think, of that PDF, yeah. We can show you a picture. Oop, no, back up a page. Page 5. Right there. Okay, so on the top left side of this page here, north is up, Santa Fe Drive's on the left, and the city, what was it, 2022, I think it was, built a sidewalk extension out along Santa Fe Drive on the south side, came out to the highway and stopped there. We'll be picking up on the bottom side of 56 there where the blue sidewalk starts. We'll have a concrete sidewalk, extend the pipes, fill in the ditches so it's all kind of graded out and smooth there. We'll have a marked crosswalk going across 56. It will also have a pedestrian activated rectangular rapid flashing beacon. So the pedestrian wanting to cross the side or cross the highway would go up, they'd push the button, and then there'd be warning signs with like a rapid flashing LED bright light, kind of like what you'd see on a cop car or something like that, except it would be yellow. It really grabs drivers' attention, and that will be flashing on both sides of the road for both directions of approach. So really trying to bring the attention to the motorist that, hey, a pedestrian could be present in the crosswalk. And that was based on a study and recommendation from KDOT of what they would accept at this location.
It seemed like there was some confusion
Okay.
in the past about, are there
Oh,
going to be
sure,
lights
sure.
or there's just going to be a
Yeah,
white
it'll
line across the street? Or
there'll be high visibility markings on the street, and then the warning lights on the warning signs. It will not be a red, yellow, green stop and go light, but it'll be a flashing yellow light. It'll be more intense than what you have at 8th Street right now with just the round ball that blinks. That RRFB is what it's easier to say RRFB than the actual acronym spelled out, but we'll also be putting that in at 8th Street as well. So upgrading what's there to something more visually catching to the driver. So,
I'm glad there's going to be lights. I walk across there every day.
yeah.
And when is the construction going to start if we approve it today?
I would anticipate that being late winter, early spring, and about a 2-month project. Hopefully done before the end of spring, weather pending.
Okay.
Any other questions for Jason? All
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody from the public like to comment on this agenda item? Seeing none. Council discussion?
Well, for one, I'm glad to see this finally coming to fruition because
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
It was
It's been desperately needed for a very long time.
Yeah, very long.
yeah, it is a much needed project
Hmm.
for safety.
Yes.
Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the plans for bid letting.
I move to approve the Baldwin City 56 crosswalk project.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Council Committee reports, Budget and Finance. I'll give that one. There was none, so. And I'm not sure when their next meeting is. I would assume November 10th at 7:30, second floor, City Hall. Or I'm sorry, no. 7th, November 7th. Second floor, City Hall. Community Development, Susan, I don't think you guys have met.
No, we have not met since the last meeting. And let's see, I think we're scheduled to meet again on Monday, the 27th at 4.
Okay, second floor, City Hall.
Yep.
Public Safety, Susan again.
We have not met since the last meeting, and we're scheduled to meet next on 11/11 at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I talked to Russ about that. We're going to go ahead and proceed.
Public Works, Julie.
Yeah, we met on the 16th. The substation update, all the concrete foundation is complete and the switchgear building is up, insulated, and all the doors are installed. Conduit from the building feeders is installed to the outside fence perimeter. Transformer grading is complete. Baldwin and Mid-States line crews will work together to build new lines necessary to hook up the new substation. Evergy will be in town to move our metering point from Newton substation to a pole at 6th and Orange. They'll be disconnected from the utilities, so we'll be generating during that time that it's down. Concrete bid for the substation wall was considerably higher than expected, so we'll be considering other options. Pat got several bids for the wire for the substation. Chris Croucher had stockpiled some items that they will need for the substation, so that's going to be saving us a lot since we don't have to pay today's prices. And the new solar, there's been 8 applications for installing residential solar. Some have been returned to the supplier for adjustment because of appropriate sizing formula that must be met. New stop signs were installed at 9th and Elm to make it an all-way intersection. Fall City-wide cleanup went well as always. Jackson Pool is still working on final list to complete their work. And there may be switching to liquid chlorine next summer. Public Works crew drained the west water tower again. Contractors at the high school hit the water line twice in the last month. A bill was sent to Lloyd Builders for overtime and water loss. There have been 3 water leaks last month. 2 were fixed, and then they waited to fix the other one after the Maple Leaf Festival. Public Works Administration assistant position was filled September 6th. So I'd like to welcome Stephanie to the Public Works Department. Next meeting is October 13th at 9 o'clock at the Public Works Conference Room.
I mean,
November 13th,
What did I say?
October.
Oh yeah, that's already gone. November 13th.
All right. Strategic Planning, do you have any update on that, Julie?
No.
Lake Advisory Committee, Jay.
Yeah, we met tonight before this meeting. We are currently getting sponsorships for the disc golf course for the holes for the driving area of that, and we're pounding away on getting some bids for the spillway, and hopefully can take that to the higher ups at the state to see if that will adequately fix the spillway issue that we've had. And the committee we're pounding away at some other projects, and we're starting to get some good momentum. So our next meeting is November 18th in the executive room at the Recreation Center at 6 o'clock.
Communications Policy.
We have not met since the last meeting, and our next meeting is scheduled for October 24th at 2 o'clock, and it will be happening here.
City staff comments, anything? Any further council comments?
Good job to the Maple Leaf Committee, another successful year.
great, and thank you to the city staff that provided all for the waste day out at Public Works. So you guys did great. All right, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session until 7:25 for the purposes of discussing non-elected personnel with our city attorney for attorney-client privilege information, with myself, the council, city interim city administrator Russ Harding, and our city attorney for 10 minutes.
I make the motion to go into executive session as Casey just stated.
I second it.
Call the meeting back to order and entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed nay. Motion passes. We are adjourned.